boys and girls, because you broke my rhythm. Welcome to the Fontana 2 Center, the home of your math at Algebra 2. Hey, my name is Thomas Enrique Hines. I will be your math teacher. Now, math sometimes can be boring, but sometimes it can be magical. Usually only on the first day when I take this coin and I do a trick known as coin into my elbow. Why on the first day? Because that's called a first impression. I'm going to take this coin, jam it into my elbow. Sometimes when it tears the skin, it bleeds a little bit. But hopefully today, because I have my long sleeves on, it'll catch the blood. And even if it drips on the black carpet, doesn't matter. I take this coin, I tap, tap once. Take that coin, tap, tap twice. I make sure I show it to the front row because they pay more money for their seats. Back row, you should have worked harder in your lives. All right, back row, you can take a little peek there, whatever. From there, I grab that coin, and from there, I begin rubbing once, twice. It's the third time when the magic happens, so please don't blink. Okay, ready? Things like jump up and feel. All right, hold on. Let me try again. Here we go. Alright, here we go. If I did it right, hopefully, going to my singing elbow. Now this is a very easy trick to do, but what's even easier is bringing it back. There is a hole right here where all the money is kept. I reach in. No way. Yeah, that's why I did it. But grab that coin and reach in again. I'm going to count to 3. Count to 3, toss it in the air, we'll all be amazed. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. I like to pick on high school students. I know some of them. You see it? You see it? I don't see it. You see it? No. If I get tonight, you think I'd be working in a box with 3 yellow walls and 1 blue wall? No. I would not be rich. All right, here goes. Let's try to get that going back. This is magic for empty hands. Nothing in this hand. I'm just going to redo the trick again. Trying to remind you what happened the very first time. We count to 3. We rub here once, twice, 3 times. And over here, we rub once, twice, 3 times, and then slowly, if this thing works out, I'm going to be like amazed. Come on. Come on. No way. What up? Sorry, enough of bang here. Bang. And that, my friends, is known as coin into my elbow. Now, just in case I don't see any of you, because you're in the wrong class, maybe you decide, you know what, I don't like the teacher does magic. I'm going to offer you a trick for you to show some little kid. Now, these tricks are, yes, for 3 to 8-year-olds. This one is yours. This trick here is very simple. If you have a coin at home, you put that coin on your hand. You don't have to put it like that. You take the coin, very easy. This is the one you take it out of a kid's ear. So if you have a younger brother, sister, cousin, you can do this to them. Show them like that. You put it in this hand right here. We're going to count to 3. I'm going to say 1, 2. You'll say 3. Here we go. 1, 2. Sweet, you're in high school. Why would you say 3? Why not just leave me out there by myself? Somebody make it look like, oh, shit, I'm going to try it again, though. Look out for me. I'm not going to tell your friends outside you said 3. I'm not going to tell them. Here you go. All right, here you go. 1, 2. Oh, come on. It's day 1. I'm not going to make you do it twice. Just day 1. Thank you. Here it comes. Maybe you're sending and I can't hear you. All right, here you go. 1, 2, 3. Here you go. 1, 2. Thank you. Way to fight through that. You fought through it. And when she did, it made it disappear. Yeah. All the time, you hold still, don't move. Boom. Took it right out of her ear. I'm going to do it again slow because this is when I'm actually teaching you. You don't have to do the 3 things because some people won't count with you. Put it there. You can toss it up. You can cough it up. Either way you want to do it is fine. Because here's the trick. When you put it on your hand, you got to put it right here at the base of the fingers. You see the fingers right there? Hopefully you can see them. I'm holding it. Put it there. The reason you put it there is you're going to grab it. If you can turn your hand upside down, you can do this trick. Because when you put it in the other hand, you just grab it, hold it, and don't even let it go. Just rub it in and close it. See this? That's the trick right there. I'm doing magic right now. You see me? Yeah. If you're 3 years old. Yeah, you're in high school, now you know. So again, you show them to say you're not going to do any tricks. Magic, rule number 1, tell the truth. Because right after that, you're going to lie. That's the way magic works. Do the coin, I put it here in this hand. That's a lie. I didn't put it anywhere. I tap 1, 2. I can even shoot it. Then they cough it up. I just they go that way. So that's your trick of the day. Boom. Thanks for coming on the first day. Now even if you get no math, good there and you're done. Yes, these 2 hours will feel like 4 hours on day number 1. After that, we'll do math and stuff. All right, let's see what we got here. They know my name, Thomas Enrique. Please call me Enrique if you can. Second, the reason my name is Enrique is mi nombre es Enrique porque soy de Honduras. No recuerdo mucho español porque when I was just 6, I came to America, and then I grew up in LA, South Central, off of Crenshaw, Florence. Not like that though, just in case anyone doesn't like you from there. I'm like, oh shoot. And then at about 19, I swore in and became an American citizen. But it is true, I'm from Honduras, La Ceiba, if that means anything to you, or Puerto Cortes, if that means anything to you. If it doesn't, just know Honduras is where I'm from. I do mark African American on papers just because it's easier. I don't know how I look like this, knowing where I came from. The last thing I'll say about that is that I actually for a while thought I was African American. Yeah, I thought it. But I was reminded that I was not. Someone told me I wasn't. Turns out I have 2 sons. One is 6, one is 9. When probably the second one was born, right up here at Kaiser, I was there. You have to sign papers. And so the lady said to me, what should I mark? You know how it says African American, Latino, and so on. I said African American for her to mark down. She says, where were you born? I was born in Honduras. She said, you're not African American. What the heck? So I've been marking all this time. So I do mark it to be there. My mom does speak Spanish, and all her sisters and whatever. They told me I only spoke Spanish when I was younger until we came over or came up and whatever. I don't remember, but that's what they say. So that is a little bit about me. Obviously, you can't say all that stuff and ask you about yourself, which is why you're filling out those things. I don't get to read them that much because there are 20 of you. But by having mine on the door, if everyone like, yeah, what do you mark for this one? My stuff is always on the door. All right, so that is it in terms of introducing myself. Saying anything else is, hey, this is my 23rd year teaching. I've been teaching since 1994. As I mentioned earlier, it is true. I am 45. I started about, I guess I was about 23 when I started teaching. So that's 2 things about me. They know where I was born. They know how long I've been teaching. Last thing about me, when I'm not in school, for a while, I don't do as much now. I am a storyteller, which is why I learned a little bit of magic. My stories are for 3 to 8-year-olds. My stage name is Uncle Minnie. That is my poster. My name is Mr. Hines, but you can call me Uncle Minnie. I'll begin a story the way they begin. Only on day 1. I never do for day 2. And the story will sometimes begin like this. I will say to the kids, my name is Mr. Hines, but you can call me Uncle Minnie. That's right, my name is Mr. Hines, but you can call me what? Good, and they would say Uncle Minnie. You, not necessarily. Then from there, we would say, and now, our story. These stories, by the way, now are featured on brightradio.org. That's what this little guy is over here, brightradio.org. You're going to start doing these back in the day as well. And so now they'll play the recordings on Saturdays and Sundays at 4 p.m. So if ever you're like, no way. Yeah. Now, clearly, I'm not rich or famous. Otherwise, like I said, I wouldn't be in a box with 3 yellow walls and 1 blue wall. But it is kind of cool to click on there and be like, no, I can't believe that thing's actually just going out every weekend with a couple of the stories. And now, our story. Oh, far away. Before there was rain, and even before there was a Lion King, there was a man. His name was. Hi, I am Noah 2000. And then the story will go on to whatever the rest of it is. So that's some of the things that are in there. Obviously, we have a microphone. The sound effects are much, much larger than what we have here. I guess I'm going to need to record all that, but that's all I have to do. All right. So let's see if we can get some things done here. You guys have been so patient. Yes, you got another 3 hours to go, but that's fine. So let's do this. Let's send the phone list to the inner aisles. Phone list to the inner aisles. Not the big ones yet, not the big ones yet. Um, Generally, I'm going to ask you to see if all the rows will pass to you. Or actually, send it back to Jocelyn where they're paper clips, and put them on my desk. So first, get it all to the corner, and then from there, once you get your inner corner stuff, you'll give it to Jocelyn. Well, don't worry about that. Actually, send yours, and then they'll go back. Yeah, I was gonna have you do it, and then I realized she's closer to my desk. All right. The second thing we're gonna do, you signed, hopefully your course contracts. Those course contracts simply say, teacher's gonna give me a bunch of work. I agree that I will do it. Now, there are a lot of words. You can always read through them, read through any contract you want, but that's what it essentially says. Um, and so again, send those and the course contracts. We're going to get those back to Jocelyn, and it can be sent here. It can be sent to the desk. Um, and she'll do those. From there, I'm going to try to get you a little bucket and grab a highlighter. Again, for those who are working on your who I ams, hang on to those. I see a couple of them where they're not completely filled. I still want you to put those in. And again, the who I ams, at least half of it full, isn't me just trying to be like, yeah, tell me, John. It's just so that at some point, you're just not another face. You know what I mean? You're somebody. You're your own person. I like my own stuff. I'm not just another student at options who used to go to Full High or wherever it is, or Bloomington, whatever. So send those in. Let's try and get you out some papers so we can do some of the stuff. Because I do want you to, I need you to get those calculators in your hand on day one so that you wouldn't up there. All right. This big bucket. You're about to get a bucket sheet. Can I find their bucket sheet? Let's pause this. I'll pass yours out first and I'll find out on there. Right. I'll pass out more than you need. That way it'll be faster for me to pass them out. Once you get your bucket, upper right hand corner, your name and class color. We are yellow, YEL, yellow. There already. Uh, And again, as there are lulls in between, if you're still writing on the who I am, please do that. Please do that. And that way, as I see around, I learned some stuff. Like one guy using a flamingo band like years ago. Like I wouldn't have guessed that. All right. And I should have asked on there to write something on there at the very bottom, like outside of the list. I didn't do it in another class, but that's how I found out about the flamingo band. Tell me something on the bottom here that I wouldn't know about you. This part, yeah, that I wouldn't know about you on the sheet unless you told me. In other words, you probably wouldn't have known that I was from Honduras unless I told you. Um, what's something else that you wouldn't know about me unless I told you? You wouldn't know that I used to be when I was young, in a gang. Unless I told you, some of you see the smirk on my face. To get in, they want to like it wasn't like big knife or whatever, but you have to, and then you just let it kind of bleed out. You wouldn't know that unless I told you. Then eventually I got out, whatever. Obviously I'm here as a teacher. All right. So don't tell that to anybody because I just made that up. So the first thing is true. You wouldn't have known that I'm from Honduras. I was in Honduras when I was about 4. My cousin and I were racing. We are going to go up some cement steps. And I missed the first step. Oh, shoot. And I got the fourth one right here. They waited too long to try and work on it. And then it just never went away. So that's the real story there. But what I'm saying is, at the bottom of your sheet, is there something about you, something that you do that I wouldn't know? Like Sergio, he draws comics. He's not in here. He draws comics. Um, um, this guy Matt Cornett, who's on Nickelodeon, which is one of the reasons I'm going to try and treat you with respect. I wouldn't have known that if he didn't tell us about the yogurt commercial and eventually Bella and the Bulldogs. He's a recurring character on there. He made that for my son. So do that if you can. Write something on it that I wouldn't know about you unless you told me. All right, let's keep moving on. All that in between. Bucket sheet, put your name upper right hand corner. Now we're moving to all the paperwork that I had planned. Everything else, let's try and get that thing going. So the bucket is going to get us the 3x5 cards, which is going to get us the names. All right, let's see if we can do this thing. All right, let's find out how they feel about math. Um, you can do thumbs on this one. Math. I like it. I'm good at it. Those can kind of be in between. Some people like math and not that good at it, but usually I like it. I'm good at it. It's whatever. It's whatever. I don't like it. I don't not like it, but I don't like it. I'm not good at it. In between, like that thing could be down. So give me a thumb on that. I like it. I'm good at it. It's whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Not I don't like math. Like I don't like math, but it's tough. Give me a thumb just so I can see around the room, just briefly. Just give me something so I can kind of have a feel for you. Yeah, give me a thumb. And whatever it is what it is. All right. I appreciate that. The bucket. Here's my concept with the bucket. You got to fill your bucket. One of the buckets that, and you can grab a highlight because they're different buckets. This one I'm going to talk about is particularly math. The math bucket is something that you have to fill. So here you are in this class, trying to fill it up with 5 credits. 5 credits. And if you have to do this alone on a computer, because there are online classes, you don't have to be in a class to get your math credits. You can ask your teacher and they do it. It's a little bit harder than in class because it's primarily you doing it. Here's the thing I want you to know. First, I wish there was a place on there if I put, this is your bucket. That's what I want you to know. You can sometimes you can feel like I'm trying to force you to do something. I'm trying to make you get again. No, it really is your bucket that you got to fill it with 5 units of math. Now the concept here is you're not alone. While you're the most important person that can get that done, because again, you can come, you can try to pay attention, you can try to figure it out, you can try to work it out. If the class doesn't do it, there's Google, you can Google it, you can YouTube it. You, you can do all those things. Okay? So you're the most important person in terms of filling this bucket. I like to feel like I'm number 2 in line. I'm going to be trying to help fill this bucket in as well. So basically, first thing I want you to know is you're not alone trying to get it done. Okay? Extra parts are like, you know what? Sometimes when I think about it, but what if the teacher doesn't explain it well today, or I didn't get it well from them? Is that it? Well, of course I mentioned Google and YouTube, but we also have a tutor here. His name is Tim. Now he's not always available. You got to figure out when his schedule is, but he's here trying to help you fill that bucket too. Now beyond that, there'll be some friends in here who are or friends or people at your table who do all right math. They got the lesson today. Maybe you didn't get it. And I want everyone else feeling here like if someone else kind of asks for a little bit of help or, hey, how do you do that? Be willing to help fill that bucket. Because again, if more than one person is trying to get these 5 units, it should be easier than if you were just trying to do it on your own. The last part I have family and parents, depending on what role they play, maybe trying to get you to come to class, maybe some know how to do math. But it's mainly this stuff I want to say. Step 1, switch the bucket. So do me a favor, with your highlighter, I want you to how come it's not right in front of me? I want you to highlight graduation. That's in a sense another type of bucket you're trying to fill. You're trying to get your 220 credits. How do I get those? I go to different classes. Those teachers try to give it to me. I'm doing those packets. Why isn't it letting me write? Because eventually I need to. Life. I'm in the bucket of life. I need you all to help fill my bucket. That is, if there are no students, uh, I'm out of a job. Can't pay my bills. I'm living on the streets. I'm doing magic for money. Yeah, I mean, I clean up. I mean, I'm doing magic for money, which I don't want to. Hey, computer, anybody? What? All right. So I think we are talking about the buckets and the idea of filling them. I want you to highlight some of those buckets that are there. Those who weren't here on day 1 and you're listening to this recording, I tried so hard to you see how I'm moving it? I tried to highlight these things, highlight life. Going from one grade to the next, we're all trying to help you move, I guess is what I'm saying. Basically, we're all in this together. If someone asks you for help, look out for them because one day you might need someone to help you fill your bucket. Like the same way Sierra and, what was the name again? Oh, name is gone. Angela tried to help, and some of the others, I could tell you, like, they won't help you. I could tell, well, same thing in life. Most important part, don't give me your bucket. Don't think it's something I want to force you to do. I don't want to force you to finish your 5 Matthews. I want to help you. I want to help fill your bucket. So whenever I'm trying to do stuff, just know it's coming from that angle. Okay. So the people around you will do that as well. So here's what I'm going to do in terms of the friends or people at your table. And again, your seats aren't necessarily permanent. You might find yourself in a different place. But at least for now, and most people, whatever that seat is you take the first time, usually you wind up doing it again, but not completely required. Also, eventually, you guys are very good. Let's say if a person was talking, eventually I might try to move them. But here's what you're doing with 3x5 card. For your amygdala's sake, and then after that, hopefully amygdala comes next. We're going to have you put your name in the upper right-hand corner, and then from there, your task is simply get all the names of the people at your table. That's it. That way you will have heard the name, you will have seen their face one time. After that, we're going to figure out a way to get a name from each person at one of the 3 other tables. That's 6 names, just like that. Day 1, I don't know anybody's name. About 5 hands went up. At the end of day 1, I got 6 names. I'm not becoming their friends, I'm not texting them, whatever. 6 names. So go ahead and take care of that now while I try and restart this computer. The second thing we'll do after that is also have you